Now that we have the physicals out of the way, let's get on to his hexes. This will be his base standard arsenal with his suit, standard weapons and gadgets, and his magical abilities. As mentioned before, Doom has blasters that fire a plasma wake field combined with magic that does spiritual damage, rip Bleach, and force fields that are impervious to Magneto's abilities and can't be teleported into by Nightcrawler, Violet. You can also trap people in his force fields, and they can tank subatomic attacks like Iron Man's repulsor blast. His force fields can be bypassed by moving through the atoms of it, but Doom has a device to counter force fields anyway, so I'm sure he's not crying about it. His suit has guidance systems and sensory apparatus that helps him fight, along with microcomputers and an infrared lens to learn and analyze your abilities and combat style. To show you how busted this is already, let me just give you a scenario. So if you fight Doom, his microcomputers and infrared lens can analyze your fighting style and abilities, and his guidance systems and sensors will tell him exactly what to do to beat you if his already Black Panther level hand-to-hand skill isn't enough. It's also if you can get past his subatomic level force fields and he doesn't blast you away with physical and spiritual energy. You see how busted this is, and we've barely even scratched the surface? His suit can use or at least prep spells itself and is lined with adaptive technology that's described as Reed Richards as borderline aware. His suit is able to discharge electricity ranging from 100,000 to 500,000 megavolts, which at first might seem like a contradiction to his suit being affected by an EMP and Storm short-circuiting it with a lightning bolt, but Storm was able to make a planetary-wide storm, and the EMP was from T'Challa, so they're probably stronger than a normal lightning bolt or EMP, just saying. He also has his molecular expander that fires atomic particles, which in contact with the air expands into boulders that will continue to expand and crush the opponent. He has instant hypnosis inducers, which he used in conjunction with his gravity synthesizer, which increases the force of gravity to fight the Thing, and a psionic reflector to reflect mental attacks. He has knockout gas that can sweep the Fantastic Four. He has a mini paralysis gun that can paralyze the Thing, a tranquilizer ray that can revert the Hulk back to Bruce Banner, and a nerve scramble ray that can reduce Grey Hulk to a vegetative state. He can use telekinesis and create a mini wind vortex, and he has poison darts he can shoot from his fingers. If he's underwater, his suit has an underwater mode, and not only has his own oxygen supply, but also shields him from noxious gas. He can teleport with a transport beam and teleportation platforms from all over the world. He has time circuitry that allows him to travel through time, can render him unaffected by a time displacement zone that froze time in Doom's town of Doomstat, and he has a giant time cube that can rewind time that he used to bring back his castle. He also has personal energy adapters that have absorbed power from the Power Cosmic Robot Hulk, a young Franklin Richards, Count Nefaria, and is actually able to absorb electricity and solar energy. He can also convert matter into energy, which he did to Nightmare, although Nightmare was nerfed by being turned into true matter and not being in his home universe. He has refrigeration units that can freeze Mr. Fantastic in 2 panels, and can reverse the magnetic polarity of his armor to counteract Magneto. He has a portable cloaking unit, a time shift bomb that can reverse 2 seconds. He has sonic disruptors and even sound filters to protect him from Black Bolt, and even possibly has pieces of the true cross in his armor, which is the cross that Jesus Christ died on. And for spirits, he has his ectoplasmic ionizer that he used to send Daniel Drum to the world of the dead. He can even transport you into his castle onto a time platform that freezes you in a frozen instant with, quote, no time, no space, and no narrative. Depending how you argue this can range anywhere from just regular, just freezing you in time, to really strong void manip or just straight up narrative manip and can literally just pause your entire narrative. His magic abilities are just as insane. Doom can summon legions of monsters that swallowed up some admittedly lower tier Avengers, including Miss Marvel. He has a magic shield that protected him from an attack from Morgan Le Fay that literally disintegrated people on contact, and he tanks the same attack later, so durability feat. He also can use magic to teleport, either just straight up or with portals, and can literally hijack your teleportation. He can regenerate his hand being cut in half by the Green Scar, has sent Morgan Le Fay to the dawn of man or 1 million BC, cast a spirit reversal spell on Sentry and mentally crippled him because, you know, insane, strips a sorceress of her power and adds it to his own. You can cast banish spells, healing magic, the Crimson Bands, although earlier if you read the scan that was the spell his armor was prepping. Can create illusion clones, can create fire and explosions, can control your body by using hand signs. can undo abilities like the Penance Stare and Petrification. He's weakened the barrier between dimensions. He was even able to recognize alchemic symbols from a race of lizard kings that existed and died out before humanity, and refers to it as child's play when he undoes the spell, showing his mastery of the mystical arts. He also has the Ovoid mind transfer, which he learned from the Ovoid aliens, obviously, and can swap minds with you. Not to mention his incredible willpower. He was able to casually resist the Purple Man's mind-controlling pheromones even with his mask off, and resist being possessed by Daniel Drum. He's able to resist mystical Prometheum armor forming around him with his will alone. He can mind control people and monsters, and was able to resist mutation from the High Evolutionary with psychic energy. He's even resisted Kang's Ultra Diode weapon that literally saps you of your will to live, and is specifically stated to have an unbreakable will by Kang. And last, but certainly not least, his most impressive inventions, the Doombots. His Doombots do heavily range in power, from his lower tier ones being very robotic and relatively weaker, and are mostly used as fodder or guards, but still can adapt to every move you make in combat. His mid tier ones are more impressive, having multiple tricks to be indistinguishable from the real Doom to the point where even a telepath wouldn't be able to tell. And finally, his higher tier Doombots that are closer to Doom's original power and have all the perks of the mid tier ones, like the one that claps Silver Surfer. Doom's factories can produce squads of these Doombots in under an hour, and even has enough of them to outlast the world's heroes. And on that note, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, all that jazz. There are some more things that I could go over, but those are more in the realm of prep or different forms entirely. So if you want videos on those forms of Doom or just more videos in general, just be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to comment on what type of video you want, and be sure to join my Discord because I have that, and send me video requests there. But I'll leave you on this one final ability of his. Thanks to Doom's connection to Lady Death, because he's Death's greatest servant, even if you kill Doom, he'll come back because Death herself will revive him. And on that note, I'm gonna go. Bye. By the way, did you know Surfer got clapped by a Doombot?